Hey everyone, welcome back to this tutorial. In this video we're going to add colors to our vector design here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select that layer, and we're going to get out our curvature tool. And what we're going to do is we're going to give the water here some lighting effect with the sunset and everything to make the water come off and as like having some, cool color effects to make the water stand out with the sunlight and everything reflecting on it. That way your design just looks unique and everything. And one thing I want to tell you guys about Vector, the cool thing about Vector is that it relies less on pixelation, and it's really cool for creating things like banners and personal designs and logos, and it's really just an amazing thing to use for like ads. If you're going to run an ad, if you have like an art store or something, everybody loves Vector. We're going to lock that layer. Everybody loves Vector a lot, and a lot of people love doing it in Illustrator the most, and it is kind of really in style in some way, I think, these days. And so far a lot of people enjoy doing it in Illustrator, and it is pretty much, easy at this point for everyone to learn that style of art and everything. So now, anyway, the next thing we're going to do is select everything in our portrait, and we're going to add color to it with the shape builder tool. One thing about the shape builder tool you should know is that it takes away your stroke, so we won't have to worry about deleting stroke. We won't need this stroke over here for the mountains, so we're going to get rid of that, and this too. So it'll automatically just delete the stroke. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to give the back of the water here a bit of a dark purplish color, or a bright purplish color. Or no, more like a yellowish color. Somewhere around there. Yeah, that looks cool. I'm going to try to brighten that up just a bit, so that way it doesn't look similar to this. And we're not going to mess with this background right here. I'm going to leave that color because that's a decent color for the sunset. It's kind of a goldish color. Yeah, that looks pretty neat. And now we're going to get a purplish, or a magenta color actually. Tweak that a bit, brighten it up. That looks fine. Cool. Awesome. And now we're going to give that a red color, because that's going to be dark. Bit right there, kind of reddish pinkish. That looks fine. Awesome. Cool. And the thing about the sand is sometimes sand, when it's like, when you see a sunset over the horizon, sometimes the sand will look like a different color at night, or in, the afternoon. When in real life too, sometimes like the sand, reflects in kind of weird ways with the water, and it kind of looks like a purplish color. So what I'm going to do is get a purple out. And I'm actually going to give, you know what, I'll give it a pinkish color. Yeah, sometimes the sand will look pink during like the sunset at the beach if you go there. I think it's some parts somewhere in the world there are places where the sand's just kind of pink or purplish when the sun is going down and everything. And let's get the sun, by the way. Cool. Awesome, that looks good. Let's see that, how that looks. I don't know about that pink. I want to give that pink a little more detail. There we go. One thing you should never forget is to select your background when you're using the shape builder tool and whatnot, because that usually helps. Keep track of the areas you want to select for which colors you want to give it. See how that looks. Yeah, you know what, that looks fine. I'm not proud of it, but it's fine. And let's give this kind of a stroke. Just that way it'll look like it has a shadowy effect coming on it right there. It looks weird back there. Let's just make that color the same as... Let's make the stroke color actually look like that color. Oops. Hold on a sec. Let me just take that out. See where that is. There we go. Now we're going to use that color right there. Does that look good? Oh, that's kind of weird. You know what? Let's just do without the stroke for now. We don't really need it. Or let's just leave that stroke. That's cool too. Sorry, I'm just playing around, people. And now we're also gonna have to add another horizon in right here, because it, like I said, it does away with your original design or your original strokes and everything. That's the thing about the shape builder tool. And let's give it kind of a horizon effect. Now we're gonna select everything again, just for the what the heck. One thing I forgot to add some lines there, so we're gonna add lines there later. Now, one thing about the mountains I want sort of just a random purple-ish color like that. Alright, now we're gonna give the trees, of course, the typical green color. And in the next video, we're going to learn how to make highlight effects for the sun, reflecting on the mountain and the water and everything. And that'll be it. And right here, I'm going to just give it this green color. And now I'm going to add lines over these drawings right here. Oh, I forgot where the pen tool was. My mind's a little in the zone today. We're not going to leave that stroke, that's for sure. For some reason my pen tool always does that. It always has an X there. I don't know if yours does that. Now we're going to select Shift, click, hold, and now we're going to give it kind of we're just going to give this a little bit of a highlight effect for now, so it'll look good. And these, I want to leave these kind of a dark green-ish color. I meant to select both of them. Keep holding down caps lock for some reason. And now we're going to give the stroke 5 points so it'll stand out. It doesn't look quite bright yet, so let me just adjust the color there. So it'll look like the sun is reflecting on the trees there. Can't really tell. It's hard to see that, actually. One more time. Does that look good? That looks kind of weird, actually. Maybe we don't necessarily need a stroke for that. Let me see how that looks without it. You could probably click off the video now. I'm just playing around with this. Yeah, you know what? We'll adjust that a little more in the next video. Don't forget to add some color to your seashell here. I want to just give that. Pinkish color, purplish color. No stroke. There we go. Is that it? Give it no stroke. Perfect. Cool. And this might just need let's just do without a stroke for now. Until the next video. Alright, so that is it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next video for when we're going to be creating highlights. Bye bye now.